हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल अगेन। आज हम लाइफ प्रोसेस इन ऑर्गेनिजम्स पार्ट 1 का रिमेनिंग पार्ट देखेंगे। दिस वीडियो इज़ फॉर क्लास 10 स्टूडेंट्स, महाराष्ट्र बोर्ड साइंस 2। आज के इस टॉपिक में हम देखेंगे एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन विच टेक्स प्लेस इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन। ऑलरेडी इन प्रीवियस video we had seen what are the types of respiration and what is cellular respiration and its type, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. तो aerobic respiration के there are 3 steps. The first step is glycolysis. It is also called as Embeden-Meyerhof-Parnas pathway because it is discovered by the scientist, or EMP pathway. Glycolysis का definition है a molecule of glucose is oxidized step by step in this process and it produces 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. So यहाँ पे जब एक molecule glucose का oxidize होता है वो क्या produce करता है? 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. This process take place in cytoplasm and at the same time it also produces ATP, NADH2 and water. उसके बाद ये पायरुविक एसिड is converted into 2-acetyl coenzyme A and it also produces NADH2 and CO2. In second step, tricarboxylic acid cycle or Krebs cycle, it is also called as citric acid cycle because यहाँ पे एक give reason आता है जो पूछता है आपको क्वेश्चन में that why TCA cycle is also called as citric acid cycle. So the answer will be the first compound produced in this cycle is citric acid, therefore this cycle is also called as citric acid cycle. So here जो भी glycolysis में acetyl CoA बना है वो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है and after that the cyclic chain of reaction take place and ये जो process है it takes place in mitochondria. Acetyl part of acetyl CoA is completely oxidized through the cyclic process and also produces carbon dioxide, water molecule, NADH2 and FADH2. The third step is electron transfer chain or ETC reaction. This reaction is operated in mitochondria where NADH2, FADH2 which are formed during all the above processes. जैसे ग्लाइकोलिसिस में NADH2 बना है और TCA साइकिल में भी NADH2, FADH2 बना है, वो सभी इसमें ETC में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं. And when one NADH2 is oxidized, it produces 3 molecules of ATP and when one FADH2 is oxidized, it produces 2 molecules of ATP and also water molecules are also formed. Therefore, when a molecule of glucose is completely oxidized in aerobic respiration, it produces CO2 and H2O along with the 38 ATP. Total energy इसमें बनता है aerobic respiration में 38 ATPs. So this diagram indicates the TCA cycle taking place in mitochondria. This diagram is very important. The full form of NAD and FAD is given here. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and FAD is flavin adenine dinucleotide. So चलो यहाँ पे हम अभी रिवाइज करेंगे aerobic respiration in short. The step 1 is called glycolysis. Definition of glycolysis is one glucose molecule is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. This process takes place in cytoplasm and it also releases 2 ATP, 2 NADH2 and 2 H2O. The second step is these 2 molecules of pyruvic acids are further converted into 2 molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. This process also takes place in cytoplasm and at the same time it also produces 2 NADH2 and releases 2 carbon dioxide. In second step, tricarboxylic acid cycle or TCA cycle. In this, acetyl CoA is converted into CO2 and H2O completely oxidized and also releases 2 ATP, 6 NADH2 and 2 FADH2 molecule, and this process take place in mitochondria. In step 3, electron transfer chain which takes place in mitochondria, 3 molecules of ATPs are produced from 1 NADH2 and 2 molecules of ATP from 1 FADH2. So this is the overview of the aerobic respiration. Now what is ATP? It is adenosine triphosphate. It is energy rich molecule. Yes, जो हमारे सेल के लिए एनर्जी चाहिए हम ATP के फॉर्म में ही यूज़ कर सकते हैं, और ATP का जो बॉन्ड्स है it is energy rich. So the energy is stored in the bonds by which phosphate groups are attached to each other. These molecules are stored in the cells and as per the need हम एक एक बॉन्ड ब्रेक करके एनर्जी रिलीज कर सकते हैं, यूज़ कर सकते हैं. Chemically, ATP is made up of adenosine ribonucleoside. It contains nitrogenous compound called adenine, pentose sugar ribose and 3 phosphate groups. And as per the need, energy is derived by breaking the phosphate bond of ATP. Hence, ATP is called energy currency of the cell. इस पे give reason आता है. So here the diagram of ATP is given. तो आपको दिख रहा है ये एनर्जी स्टोर्ड है in phosphate bonds. If there is insufficient amount of carbohydrates in body due to exceptional conditions like fasting and hunger, हाँ ये तो नेचुरल प्रोसेस है, जिस दिन हमने बहुत खाना खाया है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स हैं हमारे बॉडी में, उस टाइम पे एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन होगा. बट कभी कभी वी डू फास्टिंग, उपवास है, उस टाइम पे हमारे बॉडी में कार्बोहाइड्रेट नहीं जाता है. सो ड्यूरिंग दैट कंडीशन हमारा बॉडी जो है वो लिपिड्स एंड प्रोटीन्स से एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करता है. एंड इन दैट कंडीशन लिपिड्स आर कन्वर्टेड इनटू फैटी एसिड एंड प्रोटीन्स आर कन्वर्टेड इनटू अमाइनो एसिड्स, एंड दिस फैटी एसिड एंड अमाइनो एसिड्स आर फर्दर कन्वर्टेड इनटू एसिटिल CoA टू ऑब्टेन द एनर्जी बाय द Krebs cycle. So here the flow chart is given in which energy is produced from aerobic respiration. So the central pathway shows energy production by using carbohydrate, जिसमें आपको steps दिया है. कार्बोहाइड्रेट ग्लाइकोलिसिस परफॉर्म करके पायरुविक एसिड बनाते हैं. पायरुविक एसिड makes acetyl CoA and enters into Krebs cycle, and the glucose is completely oxidized to produce CO2, H2O and energy. Whereas during fasting हमारे पास दो ऑप्शन है, या तो लिपिड और प्रोटीन्स. So in this case lipids are converted into fatty acid and fatty acid are further converted into acetyl CoA. On the other side proteins are converted into amino acid and this amino acid further converted into acetyl CoA. After that acetyl CoA जो बना है it enters into Krebs cycle to produce CO2, H2O and energy. But यहाँ पे एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन जो है वो कम होता है जब प्रोटीन्स एंड लिपिड्स यूज़ होगा, वेराज जब कार्बोहाइड्रेट यूज़ होगा उस समय एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा होता है. Now the important questions from this topic: